Welcome. Let's go ahead and begin with our practice for today. As we're arriving, I'm going to move back so you can see me. But as we arrive in a comfortable seat. And a comfortable seat can be our legs crossed. It might even be one leg on top of the other, maybe both. Whatever is your comfortable seat for today. Don't feel stressed or like you're pushing anything. We're just arriving here, coming to enjoy. So I'm going to have my feet are just crossed for today, just so that we're opening a welcoming practice. Now, today's practice, I want us to really think about the idea of the full moon. What does a full moon mean? It's brighter outside at night, but what fluctuations change? So take a moment just to really consider, what does a full moon mean to you? So for many of us, a full moon is just a part of the month and we forget about it. But I grew up living on the coast, lucky me. But that meant that every time that there was a full moon, the waves would change. So if there's a direct correlation that I can see that immediacy of the influence of our moon on our ocean, well, what's to say it doesn't have a little bit of an influence on us too? If nothing else, the full moon is a wonderful opportunity for us to think about, what do we have and what do we let go? So in refreshing that, we will start our practice with a little bit of a meditation and move through some really good practice movement. We'll begin in our comfortable seat, having arrived here, taking a couple deep breaths in and deep exhales. Physically and mentally arriving on the mat. And as we breathe naturally here, comfortably, I want you to consider something that you might need to let go of in our life. Maybe it's a bad habit or a relationship that no longer serves you. It could be anything. Maybe it's finally cleaning out your car. Guilty. So when we do this, just think about that thing that you might, that person, that behavior, those things that you might need to let go of. We'll set the intention of at least the idea of letting go. We'll begin our practice with 3 inhales and exhales. And as we inhale, I want you to consider, I want you to whisper to yourself or think to yourself, let. And as you exhale, whisper or think to yourself, go. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, let. And exhale, go. Once more, inhale, let. And exhale, go. From here, let's take our head and gently nodding up and down. Inhaling up and exhaling, chin toward the chest. Careful with your limits with your neck. Inhale our chin up, throat chakra opening. Exhale, chin diving toward the chest as far as is comfortable with our neck. And now let's go side to side. Chin to right shoulder, slowly across, chin to left. Moving back and forth, breathing, being gentle. And let's go ear to ear, right ear to right shoulder, left ear toward the left shoulder. You'll notice I'm not making it all the way down to the shoulders. It's just going in that direction, but I'm being very gentle. Now, as we do this, we want to make sure that our neck is nice and strong and long. Okay, we don't want to scrunch it down. When we're here, we could possibly injure ourselves. So we want to be very careful. All right. Now let's sit back and stretch our legs out into our cane pose. Maybe we want to shake those legs out a little bit. And in our cane pose, moving away the fleshy parts of our buttocks so that we are as connected to the earth as we can be. Shake our legs and let's have our feet be nice and flexed. And breathing here, in fact, let's flex our feet, pulling the toes toward the shin. You can have a nice little bend in the knees. And in fact, you might even want to have a blanket or towel right under the knees to comfort you here if you need it. So inhale, toes toward the shin, and then exhale, pointing. Inhale toward the shin, exhale, pointing. Again, as far as you can. Inhale, toes to shin, exhale, point. Maybe do some circles now with your ankles, each direction. In our cane pose here, strengthening our back, strengthening our longer neck. I want us to inhale those arms up overhead, shoulders to exhale, shoulders down the back. Inhale, strong body, and exhale, hinging at the hips, keeping space in the belly for breath, reaching toward the toes. For today, maybe our hands are just right here at our shins. As long as we're keeping the integrity of our back, breathing, we don't have to reach the toes today. It's the intention that's more important. Inhale the back strong, neck long. Exhale, see if you can go a little bit further down the shins or at your ankle. Inhale once more and exhale, reach toward the toes. Oop, I can touch them. But maybe you're not quite touching. That's okay. Just don't collapse into it. Keeping that space in the belly, making room for breath. Great. All right, coming back up, let's take the right foot and bring it into the inside of the left thigh. So it looks like a figure 4. Inhale, arms up overhead, and exhale, left hand toward the right toe and right hand arching over toward. Now again, if we're here, that's okay. In our next inhale, open up the chest wherever you're at, opening up that chest. And exhale, reach a little further wherever you're at. See if you can feel space developing between your ribs. Awesome. Come back up and let's switch our legs. So now right leg is stretched out, left foot comes to the inner thigh. Inhale, arms up overhead, and exhale, right hand toward the right toes. I'll move so you can see me a little better. And left hand over, arching. Inhale, opening that chest, and exhale, stretching that left arm just a little bit more, making a little bit more space in those ribs. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. Okay, so from here, oh yeah, let's stretch our legs out evenly as far as we can. Again, it's okay wherever we're at. We're going to do a little wide leg folding here. So this, when we're seated, it's important that we're thinking a lot of things. So as we're seated, of course, our lower back is going to keep that integrity, no collapsing, right? And it's our heart that's reaching forward. It's not our chin down to the ground, not yet, maybe some point. If you are that flexible, wonderful. But if you're not there, that's okay. So we're going to be reaching out toward our toes. But as we are, our feet, notice that my feet are active, right? They're not flopped over. We don't want our legs flopped over and toes going into the inside. Their toes should be shooting up toward the ceiling or maybe out a little bit. Our legs are active. This will protect our knees. And it gives us a little bit more of a warm up in our legs too. So inhale and exhale, reaching our hands out a little bit more, keeping our integrity of the back. Inhale and exhale just a little further. Fantastic. So that was our warm up. Let's go ahead and see if we can move into our moon salutations here. Okay, so with the moon salutation, the Chandra Namaskar, I do try whenever possible to remember the Sanskrit names, and I don't remember them all, even myself, as long as I've been practicing, but I do want to keep in mind all the Sanskrit names because it reminds us, it brings us back to where the practice came from in the first place. All right, so from here, we're going to do an upward salute with our legs a little bit further apart, so it's not quite mountain pose, a little wider, and exhale. Toes pointing out to the side, just like what we had been doing, exhaling into almost a plie, but knees are over our toes, not knees are on top of the toes, on top of the ankles. Elbows are pulling back. Tops of the hands are pulling back into our goddess pose. If you can go a little deeper, you can always widen your legs a little bit more. Inhale, straightening the left leg. Left toes are pointed toward the front, right toes just as though we were going to go into a warrior two. Right toes are pointed to the side. Inhale, stretching our arms back, elbows back, pinkies back. Our legs are active, gentle bend. Inhale, stretching our left fingers over the left toe. And exhale, diving down, hinging at our hips, still making room, not collapsing. We might be on a block here, on our shin, or on the ankle or floor. Right fingertips shooting up toward the sky. Chest is open, breathing. Inhale and exhale, shifting our weight forward, hands plant on the mat. Weight comes, and the hands are on either side of the left foot. Weight comes onto the left foot. Right leg is stretching back. Inhale, opening up the chest. Hips are down. And exhale, shifting the weight now so that we are turning back toward the long side to stomach. So in this wide-legged, one-legged squat, where all our weight is on the left and our right leg is stretching out. Awesome. Inhaling here, let's press through the center. And from here, wide-legged forward fold. Knees are bent just a little bit, shifting from the left foot over to the right, maybe back and forth a little bit. And then inhale and exhale, shifting to the right leg now. So in this right leg, all of our weight is on this one side over here, gentle with our knees. If we need a block under our hips, you can use that. Left leg is stretching out. Inhale, shifting the weight to the short back hip. So the weight is now on our right foot. Back leg is straight. Inhale, the chest open and hips down. And exhale, coming up to a standing. Left toes are to the long end, right toes are pointing to the top. Here, let's stay down here on this side. Right hand down to the ground, to the shin or to a block. Left fingers shooting up toward the sky. Switching, twisting at our core, looking up toward the ceiling. If that feels good on your neck, if it does not, gentle. Inhale, standing up into our triangle. Awesome. Inhale, shifting the weight so that our toes are going either direction, and we'll come back into a goddess pose. Remember, check where you are in your goddess pose. If you want to go deeper, you're welcome to, but toes are going to the sides, knees are over our ankles, hips are down and in, arms are in cactus and pulling backwards. Breathe. And now let's switch to the other side. We'll do the same thing, but going to the other direction. So from here, standing up, left toes again to the long end, right toes are facing the short end into our triangle. Check where our knees are, our hips are, open our chest, open our arms out wide. Inhale, reaching our right fingertips over the right toes, and exhale, diving down, hinging at the hips, left fingertips going forward, and right fingertips are reaching for our shin, our block, our ankle, or the floor. Twisting at our core, looking to the sky if it feels good. Inhale, exhale, shifting the weight so that hands are on either side of the right foot, left leg shoots backwards, right leg is forward. Inhale, opening our chest. Exhale, stretching that leg out, hips are down. Now inhale, we'll shift the weight again into Scamandhara, into that right-legged pose on the side. Now, if you remember from here, we're going to shift our weight through the center and take a moment for a forward, wide-legged forward fold. All right, and now from here, let's shift over to the other side. Same thing, weight goes onto the left foot, right leg stretches out. Inhale, exhale, shifting that weight, hands on either side of your left foot. Weight is on the left foot, right foot shoots backwards, heel is going backwards, hips are even, and chest is open. Inhale and exhale, coming up to standing. Right leg is toward the right toes are toward the long end, left toes are toward the front. And before you come all the way up, let's see, let's try that one more time. If we're down here, keep your left foot planted, shift that right foot, straighten your left, and inhale, right arm up to the ceiling. Inhale here and exhale, coming up to standing into a triangle. You might want to move that in a little bit. I got a little wide there. Inhaling and exhale into our goddess pose, our last one for our moon salutation. Awesome. Inhale, standing up, shaking your leg out, and we will continue in just a moment.